So NXT Takeover Brooklyn happened, and I have to say it was the best NXT Takeover yet. However, let's go straight into a brand new feature on Beyond the Mat. Wrestling Awards! Yay! Wrestling Awards! Okay, the best line of the night I'm going to give to, Corey Graves. Blue Pants turned up to save Blake and Murphy from glittery goddess Alexa Bliss, and once she did, and of course the Vaudevillains won, Corey Graves just had to say, Blue Pants, you ruined everything. No, she didn't. She made it better. Heel move of the night. The boss, Sasha Banks, in the match against Bayley. Bayley thought she'd broken her hand. However, Sasha Banks was having none of this. While Bayley was being checked up on, Sasha Banks decided to jump over the ropes and jump onto her while she was a bit injured. And quite frankly, that's why we love her. Worst sartorial choice. Yes, Ty Dillinger with his perfect 10 gimmick came out with a top knot, which looked ridiculous, and some shaved bits into the side of his head. I'm not giving perfect 10 to the haircut, mate. No chance. Byron Saxton almost took it with his blue suit thing. That was awful. Best return to sender. Yes, Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin, or should I say Boring Corbin, hit it off. Actually, it was a good match. But Baron Corbin decided to hit a super kick onto Samoa Joe. But Samoa Joe was having none of it and hit him back with a sick enziguri. Best use of Angel Fire GIFs. Yes, Sasha Banks came out with a gloriously tacky name card on her Titantron. It was just a glittery thing that said Sasha, and it was just awful. Or was it brilliant? I thought NXT TakeOver was a very good show as a whole. We had Tyler Breeze come out with another runway walkout, which was just superb. It was hilarious to watch. You had him fight Jushin Liger, and it was overall a very, very interesting match. A lot of good spots. It was a clinical session. Unfortunately, Tyler Breeze didn't win. I was a bit disappointed at that, but of course it was a big new entrant, Liger. So I think it would have made sense that he won. Blue Pants City. Yes, Blue Pants came out to help the Vaudevillains take the gold. Yes, Blue Pants came out in a Fallout Vault Dweller style pants with a yellow bits and of course the trademark blue, and decided to counteract Alexa Bliss's Slap City and give the Vaudevillains some assistance outside of the ring, which is sorely needed. Blake and Murphy looked awesome in their Iron Man outfits, but they just couldn't do the deed and retain the titles. Oh my gosh, they did it. The Vaudevillains won, and I could not be happier. With a bit of help from Blue Pants, I thought Blake and Murphy becoming tag team champs was an interesting choice, a breath of fresh air, but they've become stale over time, and I hope that the Vaudevillains take on Enzo and Cass, who weirdly were on the show in the Brooklyn. Maybe Blake and Murphy didn't have enough promos and sell themselves as much as champs. They were overshadowed by Alexa Bliss, but who knows? We had Ty Dillinger come out, we had Apollo Crews on this show, who made his debut, who was a kind of Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley hybrid. I mean, I wasn't really that excited about him coming in. I know he was good on the independents apparently, but I don't really think much of him. He just seemed like some normal guy, and then he came and proved us all wrong. He won hell of a standing moonsault and really did deserve to pick up that win, which kind of does Ty Dillinger a disservice considering he's just been rebranded. So on this stacked card we had to have one duff match, I thought, and that was Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe, which was okay, but it just didn't really match the quality of the other things on the card. We had some outside of the ring action, which doesn't really happen that often in NXT because they've got a smaller arena. I mean, in the Barclays Centre is massive, so they could really go around and really explore the environment. Samoa Joe hit a sleeper hold, which controversial, but I quite like them. You don't really see them that often. It's nice to see some of the old school moves happen, and Baron Corbin lost, which seemed a bit of a surprise because I thought Samoa Joe would kind of push him and put him over. However, he didn't and was put to sleep. Funny enough, happens quite a lot to the people who watch Baron Corbin matches. Yes, it was my highlight of the night. We had Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Bayley came out with some wacky waving inflatable men, and Sasha Banks came out with a convoy of security guards. Well, because she is the boss, and let's be honest, the boss needs protection, of course. This was one hell of a brutal match. The way Sasha Banks told her story in the ring was just expert, and it highlights just how good she is as a wrestler. And she's only 23, which is quite an achievement considering some people spend a lifetime to try and get the kind of expertise in the ring which she's got in just a matter of years. It's also quite a investment WWE are putting into these two ladies, considering the match was almost longer than the main event, but this was a co-main event, so maybe they should have put this on last. But you've got Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor as the main event, and Kevin Owens on the main roster, so I don't know, but I would have probably put this on last. There's always nothing cooler than a wrestler having their move used on them, which happened this time with Bayley, where she hit the bank statement in a reversal. And I think Bayley's come on quite a long way since her first days in NXT. She has improved greatly, so has Sasha Banks. However, I do think Sasha Banks is the better wrestler. Bayley's gimmick doesn't really take with me, but I like the whole underdog thing. She's quite similar to Daniel Bryan. And considering she won, I think she's going to go far. Bayley is long overdue for a win, of course. The NXT 4 Horsewomen came in and hugged in the ring, which is very, very Click style, which I kind of think took away from the whole storyline. It was cool to see, yes, from a story standpoint. I'm not sure it really should have been done. Now, ladder matches are always brilliant. We've had some classics with Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, and many others. This was a match made in heaven. You had the brutality of Kevin Owens and the athleticism and expertise of Finn Balor, who is, in my eyes, one of the best in WWE today. And his retain of the title was well deserved. It's probably going to be quite a while until he jumps over to the main roster, which is kind of a bad thing, I think. However, you've got a very stacked main roster. Unless you take away some of the Intercontinental title people like The Miz and The Big Show, and then you've got Ryback. If they were off, then there would be room for him to grow on the main stage. The brutality of this match was off the chart. You had Kevin Owens just literally a man in just a pure rage taking on Finn Balor. And of course his storytelling in the ring is next to none, I think. He really does play the whole chip on his shoulder guy with a level of expertise just off the charts. You had the win, which I thought was great. You had the coup de grace off the top of this massive ladder. It was just stunning to see. And then you had him, the photo finish at the top, taking his title. However, who can really take on Finn Balor now on the main roster? The only person I can think of is Tyler Breeze. And you've got Kevin Owens now. He is already obviously on the main roster, and I think he is going to be on there full time now. So who is really there to take him on? I probably think that Finn Balor is going to be on NXT until at least the London NXT show, of course, because he's from Europe and a big draw over here. But who knows? But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you really like it, tell your friends. We'll be back with SummerSlam.